Greetings. So, with talks of an AC6 DLC being announced at the Game Awards, I think now is a good time to discuss the top 5 things that we need to see in an expansion. At least in my opinion. And of course, after this, I really want to know, what do you guys want to see in an expansion or a DLC, or even in the next game? What are your top 5? What's your wish list? Let me know in the comments below, indubitably. But without further ado, let us begin. Although, real quick, before we get to the first topic, I want to let you all know that I have finished setting up my YouTube memberships. So if any of you would like to support me immensely by only donating $1 a month, you can reap the benefits of having your name or social media handle displayed at a credit section in all future videos, access to members-only polls and posts, which will dictate the very future of the channel, and of course, the almighty egg badge, which will be displayed on your name. But that is everything. Back to the video.
So many aerobics in here, so many activities.
Now, when the game first came out, of course, all we had were customs, which were okay, but came with a lot of issues. That being the fact that you had to find a lobby and then wait your turn, which depending on how many players were in the lobby, could take quite a while. Or you could, of course, create a lobby, but then you'll have to wait for people to join. And the biggest issue, because everyone's in the same lobby and you can check each other's builds before readying up, you can just counter each other before you fight if you really want to win that badly. So overall, a lot of waiting your turn, counter building, overall a pretty boring experience if you're not playing with friends. But later they added the ranked option, which fixed a lot of these issues, as you can now just randomly matchmake with people. However, because of the game's decline in active players and the skill-based matchmaking element, matches can now take absolutely forever to start, especially 3v3s. I've sat there for like 30 minutes before finding a match. The only way to get 3v3 matches now is if you get 6 or more people all queuing at the same time in a call or something like that, which is not super good. And when you do finally find a match, you'll often be fighting the same 2 or 3 people over and over, which again is very boring. However, if they were to add a casual mode, which would just be like ranked but without the skill-based matchmaking element, you would get matches a whole lot quicker, even if it's against the same couple of people due to the active player base, but at least you'll be getting those matches a lot quicker. And with that, you can honestly make it so you can't matchmake against the same person 2 times in a row, just to keep things fresh. And as a bonus game mode, because honestly, why not, a 2v2 game mode would be very, very cool.
Guns. Lots of guns.
This would add more options to not only change up the meta, but also give more creative build avenues, which would be incredibly good for the game. And there is a lot of things they could do. Off the top of my head, they could add a flame type of melee weapon, similar to what we see with Volteus. A physical shield, like what we see on the MTs, I think would be dope. And a concept I've had for a little bit, a railgun sniper type weapon, which would be a completely new weapon type. And where, since it is a railgun, it has insane bullet velocity, so if you don't have like 350 boost speed or quick boost speed anyway, you're not gonna be able to dodge it super consistently. And it would of course do high damage and impact damage, and it would have a stun effect similar to the charge attack of the Wooger laser shotgun. And the icing on the cake, there would be no charge attack warning or attack warning like you would see on the charge Harris shot or bazooka shots. However, on the downsides, it is quite heavy and EN costly, so if you're a lightweight, you're gonna have to sacrifice quite a bit if you want to run it and stay so light. You also need to ADS to shoot it, which will put you into free aim, so it's much like sniper rifles in other games, rewarding you with a lot of power for good accuracy. And since you have to free aim it, it justifies the bullet velocity and damage and lack of attack warning. But that is indeed just my take on a sniper rifle. What do you think a sniper rifle would act like in AC6, or could act like in AC6? Definitely let me know.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Now, I don't mean a microtransaction shop, I mean more of an expansion on the existing ranked cosmetic shop we have right now, although adding a lot more options and not just limiting it to ranked. Imagine if we could spend our PvE credits on new variants of existing parts and weapons, and where the only difference, of course, is cosmetic. I think overall having more parts that have unique animations / transformations like the Shade Eye and Howl frame when you use an expansion would be really cool. And if you could post ACs and decals in a shop for other players to buy, that would be really sick. Or what they could do is have it so you need the PvP currency that you can obtain through ranked or casual matches, as well as whenever you download an AC or a decal, the person who posted it also gets some of this PvP currency, and then you can spend that on the cosmetic variants of parts and weapons. So if you want the base parts, you of course need to play through the campaign, complete all the PvE, and then if you want the new variants, you need to participate in the PvP, adding more incentives to do so. Now, we of course have the Invasions and Co-op mod on PC, but I think it would make this game 10 times better if we had it in the base game. If you're unaware on what invasions are, I will quickly explain. In previous FromSoft Souls games, you were able to invite friends to help you throughout the campaign. And when you had friends helping you, you also allowed other enemy players to invade your world at random. You would then of course have to fight them off to progress, or you just run into the fog wall and they would disappear. And because invasions are random, it creates surprising and interesting combat scenarios. Unless you're just of course a gank squad, then it's pretty epic sauce. But overall, this mechanic encourages more reasons to play the game again, as now you can help your friends complete the game after you've already done it yourself, or just invade for the sake of combat, which could be connected to its own special rewards. And as an expansion on the co-op/invasions, it would be really cool to have new missions that were specifically designed for them. Like imagine weekly raid-like missions in where the difficulty is very high, which encourages you to squad up with other players to complete it. And on the other hand, you can invade as a part of the mission's difficulty, and if successful, you get another side of the rewards. Honestly, I think a concept like this could be executed in my AC6 RP, so shameless plug, I suppose. We just finished up the first season. I have a playlist of all the videos I made from it, and I'm working on season 2 right now. And I will definitely be implementing features like this, as I do believe it is possible. So if you want to participate in that, a link to my Discord where it is held will be in the description below, indubitably. But with that out of the way, on to the next topic. Since it fits incredibly well with the game's theme of build and fight, it would be really cool if we could just create custom missions and post them for other players to complete. With this, you can make all types of custom game modes, challenges. The creativity is truly endless. So yeah, that is my wish list, my top 5 things I want to see in a DLC. So yeah, no, please do let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in a DLC. What is your top 5? Indubitably. And yeah, with all of that said, I will catch you all in the next one. You have yourselves a very good one, and peace.